Hi, this is Anna, and this is the Hand Network, and today we are making Christmas dinner early because it is Christmas Eve and I feel like cooking. I don't know why, it just came over me. So now I am getting ready to make up this absolutely awesome, for 2020's Christmas Eve, this Texas style cornbread mix. The reason I chose this mix is because I personally have always liked cornbread. I remember being a little kid and going absolutely gaga over cornbread. Because when I was sick once, my mom made me cornbread and I literally ate a whole pan of cornbread while watching Seven Brides or Seven Brothers, which was one of my favorite shows as a kid. I really don't even know why, except I love the clothes of the main lead female character in that show. I hated that she ended up with the idiot, but you know what? You can't have everything. But you should try better, I think. So anyway, today I'm making up cornbread for Christmas so that Christmas morning I can come out and cut myself a slice of this absolutely awesome cornbread. So, you know, there you go. I just need to make sure that I actually read this. Let me see here just a moment. One package, cornbread mix, 3 eggs, and 1 3/4 cups milk. Okay. And on the milk I'm using, I actually got this in my bundle, and it was a little plastic. I do not worry about that one little bit, simply because typically milk can last a lot longer than it says on the shelf life. The other thing is I'm going to take, and I like to do this to make sure I get, and I'm not measuring because I've made cornbread my whole life. I typically make it from scratch, but since I started working at home, I've gotten really lazy. And it's like, I don't have to make everything from scratch. And that gives me time to, you know, watch a K-drama if I want to, or do something like that that's fun, instead of, you know, spending endless time standing over the stove, etc. I'm a little out of that milk, so what I'm going to do is I opened up a can of evap, which is, let me see here, right here. Evap milk is tricky for me. I only got it because, again, it came in a bundle. And I was going to use it in my coffee, and then I tasted it, and I was like, that is not going to work for the caramel macchiatos. So I saved it back to use for my Christmas baking and cooking, and I thought, you know, it won't taste bad if you put it in your pumpkin custard or your cornbread like this. The main thing about cornbread is I only gravitate toward the southern style cornbread. The style that comes from the north is typically dry and not sweet. And with that in mind, it's just better, in my opinion, because I grew up with southern cornbread. I was born and my family came from the Kansas area, which isn't southern but kind of is, and spent a little bit of time in Arkansas as a very small child and then came back up north. And now most people think I'm from Britain. But anyway, you know, having the ability to look at the cornbread and go, is this going to be sweet, is this not? Because there are many different kinds of cornbread, and I've had people say, oh, I don't like cornbread. And the main thing is to go, well, what kind of cornbread have you had? It's like I had a friend recently who said, I don't like K-dramas. And I said, well, what K-dramas have you seen? And then they told me, and I was like, well, the reason you don't like K-drama is you haven't seen good K-drama. And if you haven't seen good K-drama, then you really shouldn't say you hate all K-drama, because you need to have a good and balanced opinion. So, anyway, it's the same with cornbread. If you haven't had cornbread that you like, because you've had the northern kind, which is super sweet, or super dry and not sweet, then I would definitely recommend trying southern cornbread, which is kind of antithesis of that. And most people do not cook by mixing their stuff up in a pan. It's just, I was feeling lazy today, and I did not want to have to go grab a pan on my cupboard and all that jazz. So, you know, that's what I did. And this is going to go, I bake everything at 350. I don't care if it says to bake the cornbread at 400, because quite frankly, I think that's kind of the kind of temperature that, you know, is that of hell. And with that in mind, I just don't think it's a good idea to bake the cornbread at 450, you know, 425 as some of the recipes say. No, not going to happen. But that is how you make a holiday cornbread. The other thing that you could try on this, which I'm actually going to do, is to top it with a little bit of pumpkin pie spice, which really does bring out that nice cinnamony sweet flavor. And there you are. Ta-da! I'm waiting till my oven light goes off just so that I know that the oven has reached the exact temperature I want to bake it on. There we go. Bye!